First, let's talk about the two major keynotes for Libra. Libra is a very important sign. It is a sign where balance needs to take place in our life so that we can continue our labor, our discipleship in a balanced state. So it's a very important key sign where we can find out where we are. So take this very seriously and look at your life to see where your life is and find that inner poise, that inner balance. There are two major keynotes that I'd like to pinpoint today, and the first one is a path to unify the inner and outer dualities. This is one of the energies of Libra. It provides us a path, a way to unify the inner and outer dualities. All of us think that we have two natures. We have the outer expression, our work, our family, the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we express ourselves, that's the outer. And then we say we have an inner quality, the way we meditate, the inner beliefs, the spiritual insights. And we think these are two different things and they're dual, and we need to always try to hide one and express the other, and we don't quite know how the two interrelate. Well, my thought on this during Libra is to unite the two. At the end of the day, way down the line, when we achieve that highest form of discipleship, it should be unity. There should be no difference between the inner and outer. The outer life expression should be a mirror of who we are inside. And the inside should constantly come out and express itself in the outside. That's when we will be a man or woman of integrity, of unity. What you see is what you get. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to say that to yourself or to about anyone. You say that person is what you see is what you get. That person is real. So this is that's why it's a very important time for us to see where are we? Are we really broken up into inner and outer? Are we managing it? Or are we really laboring to unify those two parts of our life? And they are two parts, but they are one. In reality, they are one. The second ideal of Libra is to teach us the art of balance in movement. The art of balance in movement. And I know if you're a Libra, if you have any Libra in you, you're always seeking that beautiful state of balance, aren't you? So that's just not for Libras, it's for all of us. For us to seek that art and science of finding the inner poise, the inner calm, the inner beauty, the inner connection that will help us have that balance no matter what happens in life. Because life cannot stand still. It is always moving. And especially now, it is moving in all directions. We have challenges that were not faced by our parents or 50 years ago. Of course, each age has its challenges. Now we have challenges and we're facing them, and we are saying, how in the world can I find that inner poise, that inner balance in the midst of the turmoil that I find myself in? Why do we need these two things, the marrying or the unification of the inner and outer and the poise in movement? It is so that our first response to life situation is one of integrity. One that comes from the inside. And we see this in all the labors of Hercules. What is that first response that comes out of him? So eventually the first outer response is going to reflect who you are on the inside. We are not going to react with fear and anger, rather from thoughtfulness, from inner being. Our first response will tell us exactly how integrated we are. Or not integrated. What's key here is you catch yourself. That's the key, and that's what Hercules is teaching us. He's a human being, and he's showing us the frailties. He responds immediately, he says, oops, and corrects himself. And then he gets ready for the next labor instead of mulling over in depression and sadness and saying, oi, what did I do to myself again? He doesn't do that. He self-corrects and bounces back again. So, are we moody or are we balanced? These are questions we're going to ask at this time of the full moon.